Talk, we actually vet our sponsors. We don't just take their money and run like a butter bar lieutenant lost on the land nav course. Are you finally ready to plant your flag and claim your territory? Maybe it's time to use that VA loan to buy a home. Or hell, maybe you're looking to refinance and put some extra cash in your pocket for more questionable life decisions. Either way, the Veterans Mortgage Source, powered by Canopy Mortgage, has your six. Look, buying a home or refinancing can feel like getting overrun on a bad op. Chaotic, confusing, and full of obstacles that make no damn sense. That's where Corey and his team come in. They're like the QRF of home loans, ready to pull you out of the chaos and guide you to the best program for you. And trust me, they'll answer all your questions. Yeah, even the dumb ones. Whether you're a salty vet or fresh out of barracks still trying to figure out where your TA-50 went. Great service, solid rates, and a team that actually understands the military life. That's why all of us here at Veteran Trash Talk trust them to do right by every veteran in their family. Ready to lock it in? Give Corey a call or shoot him a text at 808-699-7874. That's 808-699-7874. Don't wait. Unless you like overpaying and getting treated like an FNG. The Veterans Mortgage Source is powered by Canopy Mortgage, LLC. All loans are subject to credit and property approval.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Things are going good here in Italy. As you can see, I got my best friend Pepe with me. He decided to come back on. How you doing today, Pepe?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
You're pretty good. Pretty
Yes.
chilly outside for Italy.
Very chilly. Very chilly. Public, look the difference between the Italian people with the scarf and the American people. I want to tell you a secret. This man is not a man. He's a penguin.
Shh, don't tell nobody that. So, hey, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Lynn's got a cruise. If you watched the show last week, Lynn's on a cruise. I hope she has super fun. She stays safe out there. I'm going to go around the horn, and then we're going to talk about the storms rolling in across the United States. I'll just do that right now, and then I'll go around the horn. But, hey, listen, you got serious snowstorms coming. Chris and I was talking about it before the show started. And so if you're in the line of the storm, make sure that you have all your provisions are taken care of. Make sure your phones are charged. Make sure your gas in your car is filled up full. Make sure you have plenty of water for at least 3 days. Make sure if you have a gas grill that you have plenty of gas, because if you do lose power, you can always cook on your grill outside. And just be very vigilant. Be careful out there, because I know in Virginia you're supposed to get a lot of snow, and we're not used to getting a lot of snow. Unfortunately, we have no snow here in Italy.
But very, very chilly.
But sort of chilly. Kind of chilly. Coasty chilly.
For you.
For me. For you.
Not for me.
It's cold. Yeah. I'm the guy that wears shorts outside when it's this cold.
Really? Look.
It's a nice scarf. Yes. But hey, with that, Visa Across America, you can scan that QR code up there in the upper left-hand corner. It's super amazing with what they do and how they, ensure those wreaths are placed on the tombs across the veterans cemeteries all across the United States. I'm still associated with Virginia, so it still goes to Arlington Cemetery. But however, if they oversell Arlington, they do ensure that is done all across the United States. You can scan that QR code for a little $10, $15. You can donate. And also with that, you may or may not know, you can also personalize that. And so it's very easy to do. You just go to their website, you can fill it all out, and you'll be able to do it. But as you know, Reads Across America Radio replays my podcast at Fridays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 10 p.m. And it's super easy to find. I post it all the time. I talk about it all the time. But you just download the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, or the Odyssey app, and you search for Reese Across America Radio for not only this great program, but all the great programs they have. Many podcasts they have on there, many great songs they play. Super proud to be a part of them. It's my second year now with them. And so it's really great with it. I talk about it all the time with 10th Mountain Bourbon Whiskey. Pepe, you like 10th Mountain Bourbon?
Yes,
See?
very
Pepe loves
much.
it. So if you come visit me in Italy, you have to bring 10th Mountain with you. We just need to get 10th Mountain Bourbon Company owners to come to Italy. See? Many Italians like the 10th Mountain Bourbon. But hey, give them a look. See, we'll post a
Also the
website out there.
cordial.
See, the cordial is very good.
The cordial is very good.
Very, very good. Yes.
Also to my family.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes, my brother and sister-in-law.
They all
Pepe,
like
have you some cordial?
Yeah. Just a little piccolo. Only a little.
The shot.
Yeah, just one shot. Yeah. See, so there you go. So it's verified. 10th Mountain listen. If you listen out there, hey, we need to get some of that cordial out here, more of their whiskey. But with the other website out there, we also show a QR code to save a little bit of money. Before the podcast started, if you listen to the video, you got Veterans Mortgage, powered by Nippy Mortgage. You can scan that QR code and they'll help you with your VA loan. Maybe look at refinancing. Maybe you bought your house when the interest rates are high. They're now coming down. Maybe you have some questions about your loan. Maybe you want to look at doing something with your house, maybe a remodel, maybe building a he said, she said, maybe building a bar down in your basement and stock it full of 10th Mountain Bourbon and whiskey. Be a great idea. But hey, scan that QR code and be more than happy to help you with that. And then also with that, PCS Paradise. It's cold. Maybe you want to go to Hawaii. Maybe the military is moving you to Hawaii. Hey, scan that QR code. We won't have you find your dream home while you're there. So very important. And so if you read a little blurb that I talked about today, Pepe, one thing I want to talk about, and we'll jump into it, is, January and February, generally mental health wise, is a hard month for a lot of people. It's very tough because you have the Christmas and you have the family. And then it's January comes around.
In Italy, we have a holiday, the Epifania, the Befana.
Oh, Befana, yes.
And there's when arrived the Epifania,
the witch,
all the holiday and the money take away.
Mm. And so in January, you have no money.
No, because there's the school, restart the school.
Yes.
Of the children. Mm-hmm. We start after the Christmas holiday. Mm-hmm. That's in Italy are too long.
Wow.
Oh, for 15 years. We start from 23 of December and finish to 6th of January.
Yeah.
With many food, many wine, many alcohol. The 31, the night of San Silvestro's night, the big party, and so your children, your son, your daughters wants to buy the new dress for the party. So when all this finish, all the family are without money.
See.
And me in particular, because now I am also without the job.
See.
So,
but we're working on that.
But it's not a problem.
It's like Dolce Vita.
Yes. Vita. Who is the Vita?
We are. We'll get into
we
that.
We are
later.
the Dolce Vita because you must know, you got to know that, yes, I lose my job. If you remember, I was the waiter of the Kaina restaurant. But after the fight with my boss, I am without the job. But in Italy we say close a window, open a door. And my door in this case is my friend Cliff. Because in this moment of very hard, difficult, Cliff have a good idea. And he told me, Pepe, you know your city, you Naples. Yes, I am Napoletano. I know Naples. Every time that we go together in Naples with a friend of mine, you explain some legend about this monument, this castle. You show us a very beautiful point of view, panoramic view. Now, why you don't put all your experience on this field for the American people that wants to know another point of view of your city. I don't want to know that this castle is built in the 1527 years ago, that blah, 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 blah. But I like very much the legend of the witch, the legend of the king. Show me all this. For me, it's very interesting. And about me, he told, I think that could be very interesting also for all the American people that don't know your city, but don't know all these very beautiful short stories that you tell me. Okay, Cliff. And what can we do? Dolce Vita.
Crew Dolce Vita. So we're going to try to start a new business. Hopefully that goes well. Hey, yes, Chris, thanks for posting that. For some reason, I'm typing post, but they're not posting for some reason. I'm not sure why. But that's okay. But hey, you can check out that website. We got it built. We worked on it this weekend. We're going to set up a very nice tour. Most of it's going to be geared towards flight attendants and pilots who are coming in for a short. They've struggled with trying to find, quick tours, informative tours, because they're here for a short time. And also, we're going to reach out to obviously military members and military families here, obviously at a cheaper price than what's on the website, to at least give them a modified tour of the city so they can better learn and better understand. Because history is very important, but it's also very important that you help your friends, like I'm helping Pepe, if you have the means, but also for your mental health. Don't be afraid to try something new. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and try something you've never done before in your life, right? We talked about this, Pepe and I.
Yes.
And Pepe and I became very close friends very quickly when I came here to Italy. And I've always knew that there would be something that I wanted us to do together. And we talked about it. And we thought it was a restaurant, but then it's funny how the universe works. And this kind of fell in our lap in a conversation that we had with a friend of ours. And so you just never know where that inspiration is going to come from. We don't know where it's going to lead. But just like you said earlier, if you never start something new, you never know if it could have been successful or not. And so the hardest thing with anything starting new is taking the first step.
See.
See? And
See.
Pepe's first step for him was when he lost his job at Kina. No fault to him. I'm not going to go into that story, but it had nothing to do with him. However, I think that occurred for a reason. And that reason was Pepe trusting me. And now we are coming up with Crew Dolce Vita.
Crew Dolce Vita, yes.
And so we're setting it up now. We got the webpage up. Of course, it's not quite the tour season yet for the airlines that are flying because they're seasonal here in Napoli, but we're going to get everything set up and get everything rolling, do a bunch of test runs, make sure all of our ducks are in a row for when that does occur. And I'll try to make that as accessible as I can for Pepe and his family, because that's important to me. And also, Pepe has also been an inspiration for a lot of the viewers out there. If you guys watched the last podcast, when he talked about his bone disease and the 20 years he spent in the hospital doing nothing but reading, and how he just always seems to love life no matter what happens. And when something hits him hard, he may fall down for a second, but he gets right back up. And I know for people out there, mental health wise, if you're having a bad January, you're having a bad month or bad December or whatever, it doesn't matter how hard life hits you. You're stronger than what you think, and you can always get up and recover from that. From my suicide attempt to, seeing, of course, what I do with the documentaries, with the podcast, with everything. You can be in a very dark and ugly place and have those thoughts that aren't very nice, but you can also bounce back from it. You can decide that today I am no longer going to let my mind tell me that I can't succeed at something. And that's so very important, because tell me this, Pepe, that your mind can tell you as you're laying in the hospital and you can't get up, your mind can take you to not very good places.
No.
But you can also keep your mind from going from not very good places.
Really, you before 1 minute ago, you talk about the comfort zone.
See.
Okay, warriors, uh, the comfort zone. Maybe many people don't know that is in a comfort zone, but this comfort zone is not a real good zone for you, but it's comfortable.
See.
Ma- Give you the sicurezza, the sure,
Hmm.
the
Insurance.
yes, the insurance, like the restaurant wants for me, give to me. The life in a restaurant is very very hard.
Very hard.
You must to support many people that is not so good people,
Mm.
but the restaurant is your comfort zone because the restaurant give you the money for your family. Now I have what now I have this comfort zone, but this man, this warrior, give me his hand and bring me out of this comfort zone, show me this project. And in the first time I was afraid because I am out of my comfort zone.
Mhm.
But after, if I think about this and I think my past, I think over my shoulder, I look that this was the real job that when I was young,
You dreamed about.
yes,
Yes.
to show my city with a ve- with a smile,
Mhm.
with a assurance, with the joy,
See.
not for the money, but for the joy to show my city, the beauty of my city. That it's very very beautiful. After with the family, with my disease, with my daughter, my second daughter have my same disease,
Yes.
so many problem.
Hmm.
I have built my comfort zone in a hard job,
But it
the
was killing
restaurant.
you. The comfort zone was killing you.
See, because for my mind, it's not very many people look the life like a race.
Mm.
Okay, the life is not a race. If you are a good man or if you are a bad man, all the people come si dice, judge you.
Hmm. Drawn to you.
Yes, no,
Oh, see.
to judge you. So
Judge you.
judge you.
Yeah. Yes.
So can I tell you one thing? Make the thing that you feel good.
Mm. Yes.
This is very most important
Hmm.
in your life. Don't forget about the people. I know because on my skin I feel all this. The comfort zone is important, but maybe the your real intention is out of this comfort zone.
Mm.
You must to be brave.
See.
You must to be brave. When you are brave and behind you, no, there's a very good friend like I have,
Mm.
all this is more simple.
Mm.
This is the thing that I want to tell you this evening to all the people that hear me in this moment.
Yeah, that's very important because you know, me coming to Italy was out of my comfort zone. I knew nothing of Italy. I'd never been to Italy. I didn't
Sure.
speak the language.
And this is the first thing that I saw when I look at you.
Hmm.
Okay, it's the first thing because your eyes don't look the people but look table.
Hmm.
Don't look me, but your wife, your son,
Hmm.
your comfort zone.
Hmm.
And I try to, with my smile, with my voice, step by step, moment by moment, to take
More
out
beer, two beer,
more beer,
more vino.
the legend about our food, like the friarielli sausage, like the scarpariello.
Mhm.
And so Cliff start to see all around, all the
See,
people, but especially me.
we become friends very fast. Well, and it's interesting because it was I wasn't even in Italy in 9 months, and then I was working in the restaurant in the kitchen.
Mhm. See,
At first, I worked as a waiter, but I didn't like being a waiter. Waiter's too hard. I couldn't do it. But that's once again that was out of my comfort zone because I had never worked in a restaurant.
sure. So in the
And
kitchen, it was better.
what? Yeah, but as an American cooking Italian food in an Italian restaurant in Italy, that's a lot of stress.
See, but it was a way uh, to learn
See,
many, many, many
okay.
tradition of the Italian
See,
food.
was very important.
And this is very important because if you want to make a romantic dinner,
Mm.
eh, you know,
See,
a very good sauce, a
mm.
very good pasta.
Very, very good wine.
Yeah, the wine. I bring the wine.
No, but Pepe, you've educated me. I'm actually a little bit late starting the show because Chris and Pepe were talking about wine here in Italy. But it's just because in America we have the Chardonnay, the Pinot,
Chardonnay, Pinot.
Grigio, the Pinot Noir. But here in Italy, you learn about the different grapes, the different name of grapes,
Yes,
and the different wines that are
the
that
wine.
grape in them.
Because some wine, the same wine have a price, and the same wine have a higher price.
Mm.
Why? Because the percent of the wine that is present in the bottle is different. If you take the Grove Brunello, I have seen
Mm.
that in the castle of come si chiama là? I Marchesi di Scobaldi,
Vescovali.
Frescobaldi in Toscana,
Mm-hmm.
the when you make the asta like two for you, okay, I give you this for $30.
See,
1, 2, 3. The name of this,
bargaining,
yes,
negotiating,
yes. The first,
Auction.
auctioning. Maybe, yeah.
yes, the first grade is only for particular people with many money, like the
Ah.
Sheiko, like Valentino, like
That's why the harvest season is so important.
after the second juice
Mm-hmm.
is for the other people, but the
Ah.
first juice in a room, in a secret room
Mm.
with a key and sell. Okay, for the first juice, we have 1,000 bottle. How much you give me? $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. Okay, for $3 million, 1,000 bottle is for you. Okay, open the door. The second juice is for the other.
Didn't know that.
Now, the bottle of the juice have a price.
Mm.
The bottle of second juice have another price.
Mm.
And this is for all the wine. There's wine very, very cheap
Mm-hmm.
that you can Chardonnay, $3.50. Okay, from Chardonnay in this bottle, there's only the name.
Yeah.
No Chardonnay in this bottle.
No, sure.
Okay, no
It
Chardonnay.
just the name.
Just name. Alors, to put the name of the wine on the label, to put in this bottle the 20%
Of that grape
the grape.
of the juice.
If I put just the 20%, I can put the Chardonnay, but the other 80,
What, water, filler, whatever?
I don't know.
Oh.
So this is the difference of the price,
Oh.
the percent of the wine that is in the bottle. Cent one cento per cento,
Mm-hmm.
8%, 5%,
See.
20%. This is the difference of the price.
See, that's something like I learned the other day too about whiskey. So if you look at Cheves and
Like the color of the whiskey that you
see, I didn't know that. Oh, he says here, but the Cabernet is at 51%. Chris is saying. So what you guys don't know is I watched a show the other day about the Irish whiskeys, and one thing they were saying is that if a whiskey is aged properly in whatever barrel they age it in, it's almost impossible for that whiskey to have the same color bottle to bottle. And so if you look at Chevis, if you look at JB, if you look at Jim Beam, if you look at any whiskeys out there, and they have multiple bottles sitting on the counter and they are the same color, then you know that they've been commercially added with food coloring or something to make that color the same. Because this guy, this whiskey expert, was telling me, you can find it on YouTube if you Google it, that these whiskeys can only be this color if they've been artificially made with coloring, like caramel coloring or whatever they put in it. And I just found that very interesting. So there's many whiskey out there still made the traditional way. This is only talk about Irish whiskey, but that was a very interesting, very being educated, and the same like what Pepe was saying with the wines. And so you got to learn a little bit something. Who knew? You know, we thought we were going to talk about mental health, and we talked about wine and whiskey. And so it's good to learn new things. Never be afraid to learn something new. And you know, it's funny how life is, right? And you never know the bumps and turns of life. And I'm going to talk about this for a second, so I'll try not to talk fast, okay? But sometimes I talk fast because I'm an American.
don't worry.
And Italians, you talk fast. So I have no idea what you're saying. And I expect it. Slow down. But you know, I appreciate Pepe coming on here, and I really enjoy introducing you guys to him. And this is the reason why. I knew nothing of this man for all of my life until I came here 2 years ago. All the things that I've gone through in my life, all the bad things that I had drove myself into thinking, all those bad things that I thought there's something wrong with me, this isn't right, I don't understand this. I allowed my mind to take me down to a road that almost cost me my life, right? And if you're out there and listen to me, you know what I'm talking about. Whether it was going to the Iraq War, whether it was being depending on 9/11, whatever tragedy that I had going on in my life, for whatever reason, my brain amplified it. And then it took me down a road, not a good road. Lloyd, what are you doing?
Just water.
Why are you still awake? Why are you awake? You have school tomorrow. Okay. Go to bed. Unless you want to say hi on the podcast real quick. Now you gotta come say hi because you interrupted my train of thought. Yeah, come drop a photo bomb. He's supposed to be in bed. It's 11 o'clock at night, and he's just popped in there. All right, now go to bed. So, shut the door, please. So all of these things, I allowed my mind to take me to a very dark, a very bad place. And I talk about this a lot because I just can't say it enough. The only thing in your life, the only thing in my life, the only thing in Pepe's life, and he learned this when he was laying in the hospital bed for 20 years off and on. Could you imagine? I couldn't imagine that. I never broke a bone in my life, so I don't know. His mind never took him down that path. And so if somebody looks at me and they say, oh, Cliff, yes, you're very strong. Yes, I am very strong physically. But mentally, he's Hercules. Because this man went through all of these things, and yet he didn't allow his mind to break him. And so where I am physically very strong, where I'm physically very fit, but I allowed my mind to almost break me to take my own life. This man never got to that point. And so why is that? And so these things, these thoughts consume me is, well, if I'm having a bad day or if things are going a little bit bad for me, I just need to think a little bit like Pepe and be like Pepe, actually, because no matter how much crap I've gone through my life, it hasn't been a quarter of what he's gone through. I mean, could you imagine being a young child and not being able to go out and play and watching all your friends play? I don't know what that is. I never had with that. But yet, this man, through all of that, still finds joy in life. And if you're listening to this podcast, you know who I'm talking to. So quit allowing your mind to keep digging you in a hole that you shouldn't be in. It's not only 3 weeks ago, I was on with a lady in Texas who had cut her wrist from here to here, and I kept her on the phone long enough because she had talked herself such a hole. She tried to take her life, and I was able to keep her on the phone enough, and I was able to con her into giving me her address because nobody knew where she lived. She gave me her address on the pretext that I was going to get her some help from another person, and I called the police on her. And I called them to do a welfare check, and they went in there and they checked her out. Now she's doing a lot better. But her perception of what was going on in her life was not reality. And that's the hardest thing to break. I can sit up here and you can listen to your therapist, you can listen to everybody talk. But unless you get real with yourself, unless you understand what you're going through, your mind has the power to heal you. Your mind has power to heal your body. Your mind has the power to give you the strength to live another day. Don't give up on that. And this man who shouldn't be sitting here, this man I had no business in my life ever meeting or ever become friends with, is a walking example of having a strong mind, but a body who doesn't match the mind. And so maybe that's why you and I get along together. We're yin and yang. I don't know. It's just very important to think about that because this man, his whole entire time I've known him, even when you tore your Achilles tendon, you never let that down. There was one time when you told me, oh, I feeling kind of, bad, Cliff, and blah, blah, right? You remember that one day? And then you said, will you go to the beach with me, walk in the water? And so we went to the beach. That was only like a 5-minute phone call, and that was it. And then you were over it.
Take this. During my life, for 3 times, after a very hard broken
Is that when you wrecked your
leg,
ankle?
leg, for 3 different times, the doctor told to my mom, be strong. Your son never walk.
Oh. And you heard the doctor say this.
And I looked the doctor, you tell me that I don't walk. Okay, wait. Give me 1 year. And I walk.
Yes.
After 10 years, another broken leg. Be strong. Your son never walk. Never more. My mom bring me to a big church to ask to the Lord, please make something for my son. Mama, don't worry. Give me 1 year and I walk. The last time was in the 2014. So 11 years ago, in a touristic village, I was an incident.
Accident.
Yes, and I broke all this knife and this bone. For 1 year, I have
Cast.
yes of the iron that there's
Oh, the pins.
yes here. Now in this bone, I have 2 iron,
Yeah,
yes,
pin. Titanium.
yeah, titanium
Mhm.
here. And when I go in the hospital, the doctor told me, I never seen a leg like this. Be strong.
Hmm.
You don't walk anymore.
They
I
really
was
didn't want you
no,
walking.
I remember that I was in Matera. Do you know where is Matera?
Yes.
Matera is in Basilicata. I called my wife in this moment, bring me to Naples.
Mm.
I want to leave this city. I pay an ambulance, a private ambulance
Mhm.
for 500 euro. And during the night, I was in Naples
At
to
the
the
hospital you
hospital.
showed me.
Yes,
See.
after 12, 6, 18 months, I was stand up.
Hmm.
Now I cannot to run,
No.
but I walk.
You walk a lot.
I walk.
Hmm.
I walk.
Yes. Very important. So, even when you have people in your life saying, no, you can't do this, no, you're never going to succeed, no, you're never going to get better, no, you're this, no, you're that, don't listen to them. You know, there's a lot of naysayers out there. There's a lot of people who want to keep you in the position or keep you in your comfort zone. And don't be afraid to step out of that comfort zone. Don't be afraid to look at your life differently. I know it's scary. I know what it's like to always want to walk down that road and always go right because that's comfortable to you, that's familiar, that's what you know. But that road always circles back around to where you're at again now, right? It always happens. And so, what you have to not be afraid of, and I was that person. I was that person that kept going right, and I kept going right, and I kept going right, and I kept going right. And then I tried to kill myself. And then I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't go right anymore because obviously that didn't work. And so I learned to go left. And left was scary. Left scared the hell out of me. Sinistra, Italiano,
Mhm.
sinistra. It scared the hell out of me. But I went left. And once I looked left, then things got better. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be quick. Pepe, like he said, it took him 18 months to finally stand up. Think about that. And so you're an able bodied person. You have all your toes, you have your legs, you're able to walk, you're able to stand up. Do not allow your mind and do not allow others to keep you in the position that you're in because you shouldn't be there. You shouldn't be there. And you know you shouldn't be there. And just find the strength, find the courage to say, you know what? Today, today is the day I am no longer going to allow my mind to keep me in this spot. Today is the day I'm going to be like Pepe and I'm going to work every single day to where I can finally stand up and walk and see my children not laying down, see my children not sitting down. You know, I am going to decide that I'm going to work every single day to do this. I can't, you know what? Every single day, people have issues. Every single day, you have problems. And when you have problems, it's always a snowball effect, right? Your car didn't start in the morning, or the snowstorm's coming, or something happened at work. And then it just keeps going and going and going and going. You have to learn to stop it. You have to learn to stop those negative thoughts when they enter your mind. They creep in not when things are good. That's when they get in there. When things are going good, they don't creep in. And so just please keep that in mind. I know January and February can be a rough month. You know, spring's right around the corner, but maybe you overspent for Christmas. Maybe you have bills coming in. You know, it's fine. It's okay. Things will work out. You can make a plan. You can come up with a way to pay for things. You can do it. You can do it. You have the ability to do it. Don't allow yourself to say, no, you can't do it, right? They can do it. You can do it.
It's not
Anything is
simple.
possible.
It's very hard. But if you want, you can. You can. I know that you can. And I know on my skin, on my leg.
Yeah. And the restaurant, I could tell when you were hurting, when you work a lot of hours. So, to give some people context, when Pepe worked in the restaurant, he did for 30 years. He worked maybe between 80 and 90 hours a week. Only one day off a week. That was on Monday, and he only had 10 days vacation. Now, some years he couldn't take vacation. He had to go work at another restaurant, so he never had vacation, and he had to work all those hours. And as you know, in Italy, if you look at the median income, most of the time they're making a fraction of what American restaurant workers are making. I'm not going to say the amount, but you can figure out that it's less than, we'll say, $1,000 a month, give or take. Maybe $1,200-$1,300 a month is what he made working all those hours a week for 1 week, 90 hours 1 week. That comes out to about $300 to $400 a week for all that work. And so every single day he got up to work. Every single day he did this. And so, it's hard. But look at him. I mean, how many doctors told him he would never walk again? And so he didn't. I mean, I'm not saying don't listen to your doctor. What I'm saying is, you know your body. You know how strong you are. You know what you can do. And just do it. Get out there and do it. Life's too short. And so, once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Pepe, I want to thank you again for coming on the show. They're probably going to see you a lot because now you're not working so many hours at the restaurant.
See.
And we get to hang out more, which I really enjoyed the fact that Pepe and I can hang out. But hey, as we wrap up the show, once again, you got the Wreaths Across America. You scan that QR code. They'll make sure that the wreaths placed on the, as memorialize the people there in the cemeteries, the veterans, on Christmas Day, like they always do. You can scan that QR code. It's a great way to donate $5-$10. It's amazing what they do. They have fundraisers all throughout the year. You can personalize one for family members or friends. But along with that, Wreaths Across America Radio replays this podcast at Fridays at 8 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m. Super easy to find. Just download the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, or the Odyssey app, and search for Wreaths Across America Radio for not only this great podcast, very great podcast, very good podcast, but all the other podcasts and music they play. We talked about 10th Mountain Bourbon Whiskey. Give them a look-see. We do the website up there. If we didn't, we will in a second. But, they have really great bourbon, really great cordials. And if you're listening out there, 10th Mountain, Pepe and all of his Italian friends really love the cordial, and they might need a little bit more bourbon. So we need to kind of figure that out. Of course, you got, Veterans Mortgage powered by Canopy Mortgage. You can scan that QR code. They'll help you out with the VA loan. And they will, any questions you have, and listen, if you're a veteran out there and you're not using your benefits, you're not looking into your benefits, you need to. You earned it. I don't care if you serve 1 day, 2 days, 2 years, 34 years like I do. Those benefits were built into the system the day you signed that contract. And so they're there for you to use, and you need to start using them. And so get your house refinanced, use that VA loan. It's very important. But if you're still serving, you're still in the military, and they'll station you in Hawaii, you scan that VCS to Paradise. They'll be more than happy to find your dream home for the 3 years that you're in Hawaii. Like I said, they helped out friends of mine. They're super easy to find. But with that, everybody, you guys have a great and wonderful week. Please take care of each other. And like I always say, we are our brothers and sisters keepers out there. And so January, February can be a rough month. And so let's just pay attention to our friends a little closer. Let's make sure they're doing okay. And it doesn't take but a second to text somebody or pick up the phone and say hi, or message them on, Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, just to see how they're doing. A kind word can go a long ways. But with that, have a great week, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care. Mm-hmm.